Hello and welcome to another session of Let's Learn German. I hope you revised the previous lessons and also are now ready to learn something new. Today we are going to do another important aspect, nomen and pronomen in nominative. As you know, nomen means noun, pronomen means pronoun, nominative is a subject case. Now let us look at this table. Here you have definite article which are called bestimmte article, and the definite article in German are der for masculine, die for feminine, das for neutral and die for plural. And you are also familiar with these pronouns, er which is for masculine, sie is for feminine, s is for neutral and sie again for plural. Now we will see how these are derived from the definite articles, especially for pronouns like sie and sie. However, I would like to tell you that there are 4 z's in German, out of which 2 z's are here which start with a small s, as you can see here. So we have the sie here which is in feminine, which is singular, and the sie here which is in plural, which is third person plural. Also, if you want to understand how definite article gets converted into pronoun, you have to just closely follow the ending of the definite article. So as you can see in the definite article there, the ending er or er is used to replace the noun and convert it into a pronoun with er or er. Similarly, for the pronoun sie, we take the ending of ie or ea from the definite article die and add an s to it, which makes it sie. For the pronoun s, we use the s from the definite article das and then add an es to it. Similarly, in the same way we did the pronoun for the definite article feminine die, the same method is applied also for the plural article die, and the pronoun is used here is sie. Now let us look at the sentences. Here we have the sentence, wie heißt der Mann? The answer is heißt Herr Bosch. Now as you can see, here the part der Mann is underlined and der Mann is the noun which is replaced by the pronoun er. In the second sentence, wo wohnt die Frau? The answer is sie wohnt in Hyderabad. Here the article and the noun die Frau is replaced by the pronoun sie. Also, I would like to tell you that you might see that s is written here capital, which we know that whenever we start a sentence, the first letter is always in the capital case. Now let us look at this sentence. Wo ist das Buch? Es ist hier. Das Buch, the noun das Buch is replaced here by the pronoun es. Wo sind die Schuhe? Here the plural die Schuhe, the shoes, is replaced by again the plural pronoun sie sind im Garten. So you have 2 z's here, sie in singular and sie in plural, both in third person. However, the s in both, as you can see, are written in capital letter, which is because we are beginning the sentence here. Otherwise, please remember the sie in third person singular and the sie in third person plural are always small. Only the sie in the second person singular and plural are written with the s in capital. Now we will do a small exercise and then the student would write the answers and we would see if the answers are right or wrong. Now let us look at the answers given by the student and see if the answers are right or wrong. Wo ist das Kind? Es ist in der Schule. As you can see, the student has written the correct pronoun for the noun das Kind, which is es. The answer is correct. Woher kommt der Mann? Kommt aus Delhi. Here also the student has written the correct pronoun for the noun der Mann, which is a right answer. Was nimmt die Studentin? Sie nimmt ein Buch. Here the student has written the correct answer, where the student replaced the noun with the pronoun sie, and also as you can see the S is written in capital letter, which shows that the sentence begins here. Was macht die Frau? Sie schreibt eine E-Mail. Here also the student, like in the previous example, wrote the correct pronoun for the noun die Frau and also with the capital letter S. Was machen die Kinder? Sie spielen im Park. Here the student has also written the correct pronoun, which is for plural, as you know, for the article die. In the same way, wo sind die Bücher? Sie sind im Büro. Here also the student has written the correct pronoun for the plural article die. So as you can see, the student wrote all the answers in the correct manner. So like our student, you too can learn the nouns and the pronouns in nominative in the correct manner if you learn the table which we did at the beginning of the session. Now let us move on to the other aspects of noun and pronoun in accusative. Now in this segment we are going to do nouns and pronouns, which we have done already in nominative. We are also going to do the same in accusative. Now let us look at the table here. You are already familiar with this table. Here we have under the category nominative the definite article der and the pronoun and you are already familiar with the definite article masculine in accusative, which is den, and as you can see the nominative pronoun gets converted into in accusative, which is marked here with the blue pen. Now let us look here under the feminine article, the article die, which remains die as you know in accusative, and the pronoun for the article is sie, which is in nominative, which also remains the same in accusative. Also the article which is for the neutral gender, it has got the pronoun s, and the same form remains in accusative also. Here also for the plural article die and its corresponding pronoun sie, they retain the same form in accusative. So as you can see, except for the masculine gender, the feminine neutral gender as well as the plural have the same articles, also the same pronouns in nominative as well as accusative. It is only in the case of masculine article that we have changes happening in nominative as well as in accusative. Now let us do some examples where we learn the change of noun and pronoun from nominative to accusative. Please look at this sentence. Kaufst du das Auto? You are already familiar with the structure. The answer for this is ja, ich kaufe es. Now please look at this sentence. Here we have du, which is the pronoun in nominative, das Auto, which is in accusative marked by a, and as you can see the answer is ich kaufe es. Here we have the pronoun ich and which is in nominative, and we have the pronoun es which is in accusative, which is replacing the noun das Auto in accusative. In the same way we have this sentence, schreibst du eine E-Mail? Ja, ich schreibe sie. Here again the accusative answer in the question eine E-Mail is replaced by the pronoun sie in accusative, and du, which is the nominative here in the question, is replaced by the nominative ich here in the answer. Hörst du den Mann? Nein, ich höre ihn nicht. Here, as you can see, du is nominative, den Mann is accusative, and here den Mann, which is an accusative, is converted to pronoun ihn in accusative, and the nominative here is ich. So, we have this sentence, ich höre ihn nicht. Lernst du die Wörter? Ja, ich lerne sie. Here we have die Wörter, which means the words in plural being converted to pronoun sie, and the nominative du in the question is replaced by nominative ich. If you look at sentence number 2 and sentence number 4, you will see that sie and sie remain the same in their form. That means s and s are small. Therefore, whenever you are writing sie for third person singular and sie for third person plural, the s is always written in small letter. Now, let us do some exercises, and the student will write here the answers, and we will see if the answers are right or wrong. Now, let us look at the answers given by our student and check if the answers are right or wrong. Kauft ihr das Motorrad? Ja, wir kaufen es. As you can see here in the sentence, das Motorrad, which is an accusative, has been replaced by the pronoun accusative es. And as you can see here, ihr is in nominative, and here in the answer wir is in the nominative. So, the answer given by the student is right. Now, let us look at sentence number 2. Hören Sie die Nachrichten? Ja, ich höre sie. If you see here, the student has replaced the noun in accusative die Nachrichten and converted into a pronoun sie in accusative. Therefore, the answer is correct. And as you can see, ich is here in nominative and sie is also here in nominative. Now, let us move to question number 3. Fragt den Lehrer? Ja, fragt ihn. So, here the student has replaced the accusative noun den Lehrer into accusative pronoun ihn, which is in the masculine gender category. Also, as you can see, the nominative in the question remains in the same in the answer also, which is which is the subject. Machst du die Aufgabe? Ja, ich mache sie. Here also the student has replaced the noun in accusative with the pronoun in accusative, which is sie. Also, as you can see, the sie in both number 2 and number 4 begin with a small s. Now, let us look at sentence number 5. Lernst du die Vokabeln? Ja, ich lerne sie. As you can see here, the student correctly figured out that here the noun is in plural and therefore wrote the correct pronoun for the plural in accusative, which is sie, beginning with small s. Also here, as you can see in the sentence, du is in nominative, and in here also in this sentence ich is nominative. Kennt ihr die Leute? Here the verb kennen means to know, die Leute means people, and as you can see, since it's a plural noun, the student has written the correct pronoun for this plural noun, which is sie with small s here, and wir is the nominative here, and in the question ihr is the nominative. So as you can see, our student did all the questions correctly and gave the right answer. Like our student, you too can give all the answers in the correct manner if you revise your verbs, your articles, nouns and the plural forms on a regular basis. Now we will do another exercise where the student is supposed to write the correct article of the noun either in nominative or in accusative, and also write the correct pronoun in nominative or accusative. Once the student writes the answers, we will see if the answers are right or wrong. Now let us look at the answers given by the student. Ist das Taxi hier? Ja, es ist hier. As you can see, the student, by distinguishing that N requires neutral gender, has written the correct article das for the noun taxi and also wrote the correct pronoun s here. As you know that here both the noun as well as the pronoun are in nominative case. The answer given by the student therefore is correct. Kaufen Sie den Computer? Nein, ich kaufe ihn nicht. Here, as you can see, the student correctly distinguished that the noun is in masculine gender and also the noun is in accusative case, and therefore wrote the correct article which is den and also wrote the correct pronoun which is ihn here. So the answer is correct. Esst ihr die Pizza? Nein, wir essen sie nicht. Here also the student wrote the correct article, which is die, for the noun pizza by looking at F, which shows that the noun belongs to the feminine gender, and also wrote the correct pronoun, which is sie here. Kennst du das Hotel? Ja, ich kenne es. Here also student wrote the correct article and the pronoun both in accusative by correctly distinguishing the noun in the accusative case by looking at the marker N, which shows that the noun is in the neutral gender category. Nimmst du den Pullover? Nein, ich nehme ihn nicht. Here also the student wrote the correct article in accusative and the correct pronoun also in accusative by looking at the masculine gender marker M. Kauft ihr die Bücher? Ja, wir kaufen sie. Here the student correctly distinguished that the noun is in plural, therefore wrote the correct article, which is in die, which is in accusative, and also wrote the correct pronoun, which is in accusative, sie. So, as you can see, the student correctly distinguished the article and the case, which is nominative or accusative, and also wrote the correct pronoun in the respective answers for nominative or for accusative. Now, in today's session, we learned how nouns and pronouns are written in nominative and in accusative, and the transformation which takes place only in the masculine gender, where there becomes den, er becomes in. And you also saw that there are no changes happening for the gender feminine and neutral, as well as for plural article die. I hope you were able to learn the transformation of pronoun from nominative to accusative. Please learn all your nouns, your verb conjugations, plural forms and articles on a regular basis. If you do that, I can guarantee you that you would be able to learn German in a quick and easy manner. And as I always say, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss.